back to Mountain David's sometimes live stream. I'll start calling it now the sometimes live stream. The sometimes live stream. So if there are any viewers out there, wahan koi mai kalal. Is there anybody there? Oh, there's somebody here. Please send a message. Here in the semi-remote areas of the Himalayas in India, the internet is definitely not our best friend. Hi, Vivek. Yeah, I rebooted. Yeah, wow. So tell me, how are you managing down there now? Like, this can be extremely hot and humid, yeah? This period before the monsoon arrives. Are you going outside much? Are you driving here or there? What are you doing? Hi there, Sam. Yeah, I did. I rebooted. Thank you. Who knows? Maybe from about the 2nd of July in Nepal, maybe I'll be more successful. The family I live with have got Wi-Fi, router, everything. But my where I live, my small 5 minutes from there, no router or anything there. So we'll just see, you know. Yeah, Pat, mate. Oh no, look, Vivek, look. It's a nasty, vicious cycle when people like he insulted you and everything like that. I've seen it many, many times on this live stream. Person A, at a point in the conversation, insults person B. And then person B, who has been hurt, then may well insult person C. And that's what happened on that night. And but I think in the last couple of weeks, we've made some improvements on this live stream. I think so. We've made some improvements. We've got less viewers, but that's not the end of the world, you know? Yeah, you can say, Vivek, you're saying I could not accept his insult and hard words. You could not accept his insult and hard words. I know what you mean. Yeah, that's right. Look, you know, half of mankind are constantly trying to fight that ego, that bloody ego. Yeah. Ah. Pat, maybe you didn't get my message. Would you explain, and this is on the same subject, Zara and when you talk about the KISS communication mode, what do you mean by that? What does KISS mean? Then Pat, and you Indians know very well how the monsoon travels. Then it reaches like east of Nepal and moves Nepal and reaches finally where I'm living here in Uttarakhand, right? But since it sort of reached to the east of Nepal, it stopped. And they're talking about it having disappeared. Now, I mean, when you consider such a huge system, I'm holding the selfie stick with the mobile in it. Excuse me if it's shaking a bit. And it seems to be keeping the internet open a bit better. And in short, our old friend and enemy, El Nino, the thousands of years old weather system, El Nino, is currently becoming strongly active at the moment in the Pacific Ocean. If you don't know about El Nino, ELNINO, about it, because we all must know better what's happening about climate change and the many factors in it and blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, I'm keeping a serious face. I'm trying to smile, hoping that this son of a beach, son of a beach, internet will not play up too much. Right. Ah, it's better, isn't it, the second time, more or less? Yes, I see, Pat. I see. Marking exam papers. Keep it simple, stupid. I see. Yes, yes, yes. Thanks for coming back, Ashok. Hi there, MJ Cool. Namaste. Welcome back to our small but very warm and close knit family on the internet. Our family at the moment has got smaller and smaller over the last 2 or 3 weeks, obviously because and some people just don't like interrupted live streams. I can understand that. Um, in about 2 weeks, I hope to be comfortably in my home in Nepal, where, if my lovely family agree, I can stay. I can. My room is just 5 minutes walk from their home. Right, they're old friends since 20 years before, and in their home they got Wi-Fi, router, powder, everything. They got Wi-Fi, hi-fi, router, douter, everything they got. And if I can work an agreement with them they usually go to sleep not before 9:30. Got 2 kids. They're half my age. If they agree to me sitting in their home till 9 o'clock, I could do a 3 hour live stream from 6 to 9, have some supper with them, have some milk with them, and then just walk up the main road. That main road goes from Kathmandu south to the Indian border, and it passes through Dharman, Nepal. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll also take my little Wi-Fi device, hope that it works in my room when I need it, you know? That's right, Ashok. If you need, David, if you need subscribers, it's not easy for everybody, but several months ago when I started the live stream, right at that time, in the middle of November, Ashok, we had an incredible stroke of luck. Our manager on our small team here, our manager, noticed that the new film, Durandar, one song didn't have any visual video backup. Yeah, Pat, this is what happened. One song from that new mega block have visual video backup. So he created that, and within just a couple of months, we had like 4.5 million viewers, and a lot of people subscribed. And at that time, right at the start of this live stream, like in the middle of November, and so our subscribers shot up pre-Durandar film, 500 something, shot up to the mandatory 3,000 just in a few weeks. So that was overcome. Yeah, and of course it does now. For me to get the last 900 watch hours depends totally on. Ashok, I was asking, I have one very good friend who does this every night. She doesn't live in India. She, before she goes into her serious sleep, that is basically about 9 o'clock here, right? I'll keep this short. Before she goes into her serious sleep, about 9 o'clock here at night, she turns on her mobile, whatever, and she records or is in touch with my second installment, and that adds up very, very well to that's always like 2.5, 3 hours, right, until midnight, and that adds up to the live stream watch hours. Why can't other people do that, Ashok? Why can't other people do that? Should I be asking people on our family here to be doing that when they go into their big sleep? I see, Ashok. My brother, if I say something, there are some big guys behind me. Well, I believe you. I can only say, I believe you. Yeah. Now, Vivek, what happens here simply, rent and everything, simply when I'm in living in India for this 1 year continuously, I live in 3 different places over the 1 year. And in each place, previously, I partly helped or fully helped to build my accommodation. So when I'm in India, I don't need to spend any accommodation expenses, right? And also my long visa for India, I bought that several years ago. I paid for that in the beginning. So now when I go to Nepal, etc., for this next year, my budget goes up about 2.5 times, and because I must pay for accommodation, and I must pay daily visa fees of about $3 a day. My budget is very, very less than some people, but my budget in India, when I go outside of India for 1 year, is 2.5 times more. It's still very, very cheap. I pay one night now in the room. They've got inside toilet. Now we're talking about very, very simple, low budget traveller, so you can understand all that, right? Where I'm coming from. I pay one night. I will be paying one night now with the indoor toilet all installed. That includes electricity, everything. Will be one night. It'll be 1 month, 30-day month. Um, about 9,000 Indian rupees. 9,000 Indian rupees. Yeah, which is about, I don't know, Pat, about $140 at 68 rupees to the dollar, 68 Indian rupees to the dollar. In Nepal, I'm talking about. Yeah, about 140 Australian dollars a month, which is pretty cheap. But on my level of living, very simple. It's I look at it from a different point of view, you see. Thanks, Ashmit. I'm looking handsome today. Look, when I was young, when I used to walk along the street, Ashmit, when I was young, sometimes, no, 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 look, I'll tell the truth. More than sometimes, girls used to look at me. They didn't just look at my face either. They looked me up and down, like that, Ashmit. So now maybe I'm still a little bit handsome, but really, I'm just a shadow. I'm just a shadow of how I was in those days. of my youth. All right, David, gather your mind together, man. Now, hi, kakua. Pat, are you still there? Yes, you are. Now, Pat, I'm out of order here with my viewing. Pat, please, you must look at the last message here, kakatia kakua. This is like the name includes, it's sort of meaning like the crow person, the crow person. They're here from Kumaon, they're just like I am, mountain people. But he or she never told me his or her real name, Kakatia Kakua, the crow person, you're still here, great, loves to hear me repeat their YouTube ID name so you can enjoy the little background of this. They love to hear me when I say Kakat, Kakat, Kakat. I think I had too many beans today. Kakatia Kakua. They love to hear me say that. That's from their own language. It means like the crow person. Kakatia Kakua. Kakatia Kakua. Kakatia Kakua. And then, Pat, if I sing a little song about, remember the Crow Festival? They just love that. They love that. It's just meaning, Pat, black crow, come here, eat this garland of sweet breads, eat this garland of sweet breads, eat this garland of sweet breads. And then you mix with another song, and she's singing to her husband, come here, my husband, eat the mountain bean soup I just cooked for you, eat the green veggies I just cooked for you, and drink some nice water, you know? And the song goes like this. They love it. Kakatia kakua ajawe, tondo pani pijawe. I don't know what you're thinking. Kakatia kakua ajawe, tondo pani pijawe. Meri suwa ajawe, bata chulkani kajawe. Bata chulkani kajawe, ajasua ajawe. Merisua ajawe, kakarareta kajawe. Yeah, maybe when I'm singing, it blurs the picture, but I can't stop that, okay? So that's the background, Pat. Maybe, Pat, you'd like to say... Well, they like to hear the full form, kakatia kakua. They love to hear the full form. If I just say KK, it loses its flavour, you see. All right, Ashok, I'll read your messages now. Okay? Right, right. Yeah, I think it's a little cooler all over all around South Asia now, obviously, because there's some sort of monsoon influence. Pat, maybe you'd like to say they will love this. If you just send a text, hello Kakua, the crow person, how are you? Hello crow person, how are you? Kakua, Kakuwa. Just send that. They'll love that. They'll love that. Kakatia, Pat, as you probably know, Kakatia, Pat, she's my old work colleague from 50 years before. We worked together in the same hospital in Australia, Sydney, for a few years, early and mid 1970s. Then we lost contact. We just knew each other from work, right? We lost contact. And then Patricia, she's also a registered nurse, retired like me. She saw my name on Facebook, and we reunited on Facebook about over 1 year ago. All right, Ashok, I'm looking just at your messages now. There are some big people behind me. How could we organise something? I mean, all it is, Ashok, when the person goes to sleep, they just turn on their tablet, laptop, whatever, and they just tune into the second half of my live stream. And this brings up quite a good result for me in live stream watch hours. Asmita, thank you. Namaste. How are you? Oh, that's nice. Thanks, Ashok. The other day you played my video for 1 hour while you were eating. That's great. That makes a lot of difference. Uncle Kakatia Kakuwe. Oh, no, no, no. David Uncle. Right, right, right. I see, Ashok. There's one Chuck Roberger from Canada, an amazing guy. He supports every YouTuber. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, thanks, Asmit. You're imagining me as a handsome boy marching in the British Army. Done my best to avoid fighting in that war. I would have done my best. Thanks. It's a nice picture, Asmit. Thank you. All right, I'll write his name down. Now tell me, Ashok, you know about Rosie Burgundy. I did get onto her live stream recently about 3 times. When we go on to another person's live stream, does the entry depend on them giving the OK button or not? Chuck Roberger. Chuck Roberg. Is that Roberg or Roberger? G-E-R. What do you think about that? All right, I better start answering the other people's text, okay? Thanks for that, Ashok. Kakua. Ah, I'm looking very white, am I? A little bit pink, a little bit red. Um, yeah, I was born as a white man, Kakatia, considering you look very white. Never mind. Maybe next time I'll come back another colour, yeah? And Kokua says, David, I feel disappointed when white women mix with other races. I see. Do you think we should all have relationships and that with people of the same colour? What do you think there, Kokua? I see, Kakua. Now, Kakua, the crow person is saying, in their ideology, European white people shouldn't mix. That's interesting. That's interesting. Pat's saying that's weird, mate. Yeah. Oh, Vivek, what I had for lunch. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. I see. Thanks, Asmit. Put a comment under his live stream. Asking for folks to tune into my live stream before sleeping. Thank you. Thank you. Good, good, good. I get it. I get it. I see Ashok. Then he will help me to connect with other people. He's live streaming now. I see. Hi, Pooja. How are you? Pooja Pahari. Nice to see your name again, Pooja from Puri Garhwal. I'll talk to you in just 3 minutes. Thanks, Pooja. Very nice to see your name again. Vivek, I had a super special meal today, and I'll tell you something funny at the end of this. Something I say to my lovely cook here or there, wherever I'm living, when they cook something really special. I say something to them, and they really laugh. Now, what we had today was some. The king item was batura, yeah, batura, like sort of a puri. I see. We don't eat regularly, sort of like a puri, like deep fried bread, yeah. Now this one was the absolute, perfectly cooked, real, authentic, traditional Pahari batura, um, Vivek, which you would never get in the marketplace. You would never get in a restaurant. Never, never, never. But they cook in the home. They may cook like this a handful of times a year. And it was a batura, like deep fried bread with suji, atta, original flour, atta, suji, a little bit of maida to give a very good taste and crisp. And they put also a little bit of sugar, a little bit of oil, and a little bit of curd, dahi, and buttermilk. And it was amazing. I have never ever eaten batura so tasty with um, green veggie. I can't remember the green veggie, but what it was, they didn't tell me, but possibly amaranth. Amaranth, Vivek, possibly like a summer variety of amaranth. You call Ramdana Rajgiri ki sabji. Yep. And it was amazing. And we have with that the dal was, oh, I must remember what it was. It was a beautiful dal. Sometimes I forget. I do sometimes forget. But I'll remember in half an hour, don't worry. And what I say at the end of a meal, if some particular item is really incredibly tasty and I'll remember forever, which I do, I say to the cook, like I said to her in Hindi, um, but I tell you in English, I said to her, Pravaji, this batura was so amazing, I'll never forget it because I've kept a piece of batura, Pahari batura, deep fried bread, and I'm going to put it in a picture frame. Yeah, I'm going to dry it out in the sun and I'm going to put it in a picture frame, Prava, and put it on the wall. And I'll always be able to look at that batura and remember in the middle of June in Khorsani in Uttarakhand, northern Indian Himalayas, I ate that amazing. Yeah, and I say that to the lovely cook sometimes. That soya bean, chulkani soya bean was so amazing. I will always remember it and stay attached to it. I'm going to dry it out in the sun. I'm going to put it inside a sealed picture frame, hard plastic, put it on the wall. And they love that. They love that sort of that imagination. Hi, Pooja. Now, I'm very, very happy to see your messages, and just give me 2 minutes, please, Pooja. It's really beautiful to see you again on our lovely, lovely, small but very happy and connected family on this live stream. Okay, thank you. Good, good. Just wait, please, Pooja. I see. Seamate also, I see. Yeah, I know Seamate. We talk together on this live stream. You know that, Ashok. Puja. Puja Pahari. Oh, Puja. Oh. Can I talk to you in my 26 words of Garhwali language? Puja ji, namaste, tum kubche, bua bui kubchana, bua bui kubchana. Aaj kya khani che aaj Puja? Aaj kya khani che aaj? Ande bhujia khani che? Kodaki roti? Yeah, I'm thinking of the word. I got to think of the. I don't watch too much social media, Pooja, myself. I watch the world and local news 25 minutes a day, maximum. When the 25 minutes comes up, I turn off those news channels, turn them off. Now, Pooja's talking interestingly about European people, British Christianity, afraid in their own country of outsiders. Yes, yes, yeah, this is true. This is true. Now, Pooja, one thing, it is a misunderstanding. The British did not rule the entire earth during the colonial era. The British were probably the most, you can say, if you want to say, if you want to use the word, the most successful. The British were the most successful colonial power. At their height, Pooja, the British occupied 22% of the Earth's surface, okay? Thanks, Rakshit. Thanks very, very much, Rakshit. And we're talking, Rakshit. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for your great help. Rakshit, on the subject of, I have one very, very good friend who, before she goes to sleep, her second deeper sleep, about 9 p.m. here, she turns on her device and tunes in and records completely my second live stream installment, right? And that helps me to get closer to the magic 4,000, Char Hajar Yar, 4,000 live stream hours, right? And I've just been talking with Ashok, Hakuna Matata, right? You know Hakuna Matata, Ashok, who's also given me some very good help, how I can spread the message online to ask other people to do the same thing, especially the usually the longer live stream starting at 9 p.m. here. Turn on their device, they go to sleep, device is recording, turn the sound down, and that helps very, very much. How can we spread the word? Look, Pooja, in the last 20, 30 years, there has been a huge, huge, mostly legal migration from many countries around the world, non-Western countries, migration into Europe and Australasia. Australasia means Australia and New Zealand, and into North America and Europe, looking for work, trying to survive. Mostly legal migrants. The ones we don't want are the illegal migrants who do it completely secretly. In legal and illegal migrants, there are a small, small number of bad characters. Now, that's how Islam has entered these Western countries, Pooja. Um, you're talking about Europe. Okay, we'll just talk about Europe. Um, some of those migrants have become politicians. Some have become politicians, sometimes for the better and sometimes on a negative level. And some of those politicians and some of those migrants, Pooja, from Islamic countries in Europe, get the help of thousands of people marching in the streets to try and change the Western democratic political system, to try and change the way of life, the culture. Some things in Islam are very, very different from Christian values, right? I'm in the middle here. I don't support fully Christianity and I don't support fully Islam. I'm in the middle because I'm an old traveller, right? I must be in the middle. But sometimes it's very, very difficult to stay in the middle. Anyhow, Pooja, some of those people, mostly from Islamic countries, are trying to change the very, very basic structure of Western culture, the political system, culture, tradition. They're trying to change. Of course, they will never, never, never succeed. And I hope some of you lunatic elements, some of you fringe right-wing elements are listening to this live stream, because believe me, you will never, never succeed even 1% in introducing your customs and traditions from Islam, which are very, very different from the Western white Anglo custom. You will never, never change them. It's better that you go back home. Go back home and try and change your own countries for the better. Go back to your own countries and try and clean up the huge amount of corruption you have in those countries. Try and force the public services to do their work properly. That's where you people who are trying to change the Western cultural values, that's where you really belong. You belong back in your home country, trying to change the system there, or trying to enforce more strongly the system in your country. That's where you belong. My last word is this: about all ideologies all around the world, I know that most people around the world are very good, decent, loving people. Most people on the planet from any ideology are good, honest people who just want to survive nicely. They want peace for themselves, peace for their neighbours, and I salute you because you are the best people on the planet. Okay, I must finish on a positive note because I delivered a little bit of a heavy duty speech, right? So that, Pooja, is my short answer. Keep coming with your messages, Pooja. If I didn't answer anything, yes, Pooja, lastly, some European people are afraid in their own country, and some now are strengthening up their borders to retain their own local traditions and values, and especially democracy, real democracy. As far as we can develop democracy, democracy is still very much developing all around the world in democratic countries, still very much developing, Pooja, even in America, Australia, Germany, France. There are still some gaps in the democratic system. One huge gap is we also have greedy pig corruption in our Western cultures also. We also have greedy, corrupt pig corruption in our cultures, but we try to keep it under control, you know? Oh, Vivek, is it Hindi or Kumani language? Cholai, Kabuli chana. It was beautiful. The cook beautifully got some tomato and crushed the tomato, crushed it, the skin especially. Lovely Kabuli chana, and so many batura, special Pahadi batura, which we don't eat every day. And this was lovingly prepared by two of our sisters in the kitchen. And in this original, authentic Pahadi batura, which you never get in a restaurant, you would never get it. Never. It takes too long to prepare also. The batura was cooked on fire, lovely and crisp. Woohoo. In Kumani we say kurum kurum, kurum kurum, karari, or kuru kuru. And in the batura they prepared, of course, the original Pahari batura, suji, atta, wheat flour, atta, and a little bit of maida to make it crisp and tasty, and some curd, dahi, buttermilk, some oil, and wow. I'll be putting that in a picture frame and keeping it on my wall forever. Yeah, well, Pooja, that's it. Now, Pooja, you please reply to my messages. I'm scrolling down now on the screen, okay? Ah, that's nice, Vivek. You're saying in Gurgaon there are some very old shops in Gurgaon, some 80 years of age, who make good bature chole and other snacks at reasonable prices. Do they cook the bature as I described, the original mountain bature, or is it basically maida and atta? Hi, Glorious Lonesome Soul. That's Rahul, isn't it, if my memory is good? Hi, Gloria Stella. Thanks for coming. And I'm going to answer your questions now in just wait 5 minutes, please. Hi, Rakshit. You're driving. Okay. Just concentrate on the road. Thanks, Rakshit. Good, good. I see, Rakshit. I should go back to some of the messages from several months ago. Glorious Stella, Lonesome Soul, I think that's Rahul, says you want Hakuna Matata, Ashok, to get onto your dinner table. He looks delicious. Wow, 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 wow. Look, Pooja, don't you feel scared about what's happening on the planet. Don't carry that weight on your shoulders. Otherwise, it will be too much. Things will happen as they happen. A lot now, Pooja, in the world is about human survival. This is a huge thing now which has happened. We must be preoccupied with survival. Obviously, England has been very, very generous. Britain, formerly Great Britain, has been very, we'll call it now the UK, right? Pooja has been very generous for decades and decades, letting people come into its country. But now some of the local people are openly protesting. We've had enough. Too many migrants are taking our jobs. Too many migrants are buying our land when they become citizens. Too many migrants are taking our jobs, taking our accommodation. How can we work? Where can we live? They're complaining. The standard of living is going down in many countries now. Overload of migrants. India also. Well, you see, Pooja, let's be honest. For hundreds and hundreds of years in Indian culture, a good number of families produced big families, right? They had their reasons. For many hundreds of years in India, many families produced big families. And now we are seeing a terrible, terrible reaction and overload because of this. Yeah, I know there is a certain section of society around the world. Some of them also are producing huge families. For their own reasons, they're producing huge families. We know what those reasons are. Um, if you people feel like talking up against that section of society which is intent on producing huge families and harming the present day and future of the human race, you please feel free to oppose them. We must oppose them. People who purposely produce huge families. We must oppose them, and you all must speak about it. Pooja says everyone has 10 sons. Well, you people need to speak up about it more. Thanks, Rakshit. Yeah, my manager's telling me the same thing. See, I'm fighting also some tiredness also in the last couple of months, you know? Um, but maybe when I get to Nepal soon, I'll get a fresh mind and some fresh energy. Fresh place, new place. Yeah, that's right. How these successful YouTubers are now working on autopilot mode have kept their viewers and get new viewers. Yes, I've got to learn this. And Rakshit, it was suggested to me younger people, the Gen Z people, young people, aren't really interested in the older songs and the harmonica and all that. They're not so much interested in that. It's middle-aged and older people who enjoy my songs, right? I've got to learn much more now what Gen Z generation are interested in, what topics they're interested in on live streams, you know? That's right, well, Pooja, that section of society, they are basically making a war against the rest of the world. They're making a war against the rest of the world to very quickly increase their numbers in their own ideology so that one day they will have the biggest ideology on the planet. Of course, that will never happen, but they're trying. Thanks, Rakshi. Today the clarity of the video is good. Good. Last night 50% successfully. I was on using my Wi-Fi device, first time in months. Some people advised me not to use it. Um, the second installment of live stream failed badly last night, but the first one was successful. Glorious Stella. You are Lonesome Soul, aren't you, Rahul? Honey, honey, do 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 do. Sugar, sugar, do 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 do. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. Do 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 do. Sugar, sugar. Honey, honey, do 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 do. Sugar. Greatly successful song. Well, Pooja, she's stating very openly, Pooja doesn't like that section of society, but she loves only Hindus, Buddhists, and Christians. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. But, Pooja, please remember one thing. Most people from that ideology, the big M or the big I ideology, most of them, believe me, are very, very good human beings. Believe me, keep an open mind and heart on that, Pooja. Most of that section of society are very, very good, loving, peaceful human beings. It's just a small number who have gone lunatic, lunatic, mad, and are doing what they are doing. Believe me, Pooja, don't hate the good ones, okay? They are essentially, the good ones are essentially just the same as you and me. Look, don't worry, Stella, about ego. Some of mankind have been fighting ego, sometimes 24 hours a day. Some of mankind have been fighting ego for thousands and thousands of years. It's an extremely difficult aspect to completely conquer. It's impossible for most normal, average people like myself. It's almost impossible to completely keep ego down. Um, um, yeah, complicated subject. Complicated subject. I believe that ego comes from the Latin language. Ego means in the Latin Roman language, I am. But of course, it's a false, unreal sense of reality, isn't it? Don't worry, you're not alone, Stella. You're not alone. Hi, Yakuza. Nice to see your name again. Oh, hi, Kathy. Well, that's nice to see you expressing yourself. I think, Kathy, that on the subject of colonialism, not just British colonialism, but the benefits and non-benefits of the six other Europe. Yeah. Oh, all right. Please, Kathy, I'll come back very soon. Okay. Now, yeah, just a moment, Kathy. I'll give you a long answer. Okay. Um, Unless I'm reading it wrong, Kathy, I'm talking a lot, reading a lot tonight. Maybe, are you talking specifically about the huge waves in recent decades of migrants coming into Western countries and the benefits and non benefits of that? Is that the subject? Hi, Yakuza, how are you? Urvashi, namaste, Miss Urvashi, how are you? Nice to see your name again, and I hope, as usual, we can cheer you up a bit, you know? Stella, I never watch TV. I never, since many years, I just don't watch TV except uh, about 25 minutes of world and local news every day. And then after 25 minutes, that's it. Urvashi, Yakuza. In short, I've been coming to South Asia, Nepal, and especially India for long periods, and then go back to Sydney, work there as a nurse. I'm a retired nurse now, since 50 years before, coming and going. In total, Urvashi, I've spent half of my lifetime over in the Himalayas. I see, Yakuza. Talking about that serial, I see. Thanks, Sam. Yeah, I hope I am a global citizen, Gloria Stella. Actually, I mean, now there are 200 countries on the planet. I've passed through just 24 of them, and but I know four countries very, very well. Hakuna, I've, as far as the 4,000 magic target goes, I've now got about 3,100. I'm much more relaxed about it, but I'm into the habit, depending on the internet, of streaming 4.5, 5 hours a night in total, you know, with a break. Yeah. I'm coming back to you, Kathy. I've just got to. Oh, interesting text again, Kathy. Please stay like another 5 or 6 minutes. I must just pay respect to some viewers who are waiting for my reply since about 10 minutes, okay? Um, That's right, Vivek. Oh, yes. India is very affordable. It is. If people are making some money in India, they can survive. Uh, and Vivek says, although India has population, pollution, corruption problem, you still love living here. It's a very strong network of family, friends, and society. Absolutely true. Thanks, Sam. There are some new people here, and there are some previous viewers, Sam, who you are not familiar with. Yeah, and a handful of new people also. Yeah, Kathy, look, a lot of messages from you. Let me touch on one here. I don't want to neglect you, Kathy. Um, Yes, Kathy, driven by your deep respect, our deep respect for our culture, traditions, Christianity, and the monarchy. Look, you know I have a bit of a sore spot about Christianity, don't you? You do. And I'll tell you honestly, Kathy, quite honestly, about Christianity and Islam, but especially Christianity, the negative side. Look, I can't say enough about the beautiful Christian religion. What an amazing message, Jesus. Um, One of those figures who is always remembered all around the world. Um, but we must acknowledge, Kathy, with all the great things about your lovely religion, that the black mark about Christianity, and I know this won't make you happy, Kathy, there is a black mark against Christianity, and it's this. And many people still remember this. Some have direct experience that Christianity and Islam are the only two religions who proselytize, right? Who promote their message, promote their religion, their prophet, and the name of their God as the only true ones. And this is where I can accept everything about Christianity, but I can't accept that because this is not a Buddhist principle. This is not a Hindu principle, Kathy. They never proactively, Buddhists and Hindus never proactively promote their religion as the only true religion on the planet, the only true God, the only true prophet. And that I'm sorry, but that your religion is is just not true. They never, and this is a real black mark. And Kathy, just let me finish here on this point, which I must say that this whole thing of Christian proselytization was much accentuated from about the mid 1550s with European colonialism by Spain, Italy, France, Germany, Holland, Britain, France. Am I right or am I wrong? Portugal. That was a central platform of them dominating a lot of the planet for hundreds of years. Am I right or am I wrong? I'm never afraid to express my views on that, but I have to finish on a positive, non patronizing, Kathy, non patronizing to you, that Christianity is equal to any other religion in its amazing love message, love, and everything. And the rest of it, the rest of your messages, please do just give me another 5 or 6 minutes. Kathy Anderson's from America. She's from Fremont, California, Western USA. And you other people may like to know that, well, you should know that Kathy's told me a couple of times that she was born in America. She's a bona fide Yankee, but her direct ancestors all came from Britain. Yes, Pat, we do need to address the issue of outside settlers. You've used a very, very general non-specific expression there. In the West, we need to address the issue of outside settlers. You put it very, very cleverly because it leaves the subject wide, wide open. Which song was that, Pat McClenahan, that the young viewers would like? I forget now. Which song? Now, Bihari Bhai Sam is saying, I think we should love and respect all religions. Oof, oof, oof. I like to use the word ideologies. Um, Times have changed a lot, haven't they, since Mr. Bin Laden attacked America? And he had his reasons for attacking America too. I'm not a Bin Laden supporter, and I'm not a supporter of American actions and principles around the world on the negative side. I'm not a supporter of that, and I'm not a supporter of Bin Laden either. But he and his supporters had real reasons for attacking America like they did. Anyhow, since that time, there's been a huge backlash against that ideology. Of course, there has been. But most people in the world, whatever ideology, most people are good, clean, honest, peace-loving people. And we must not hate any ideology. Now, we're getting into some heavy-duty stuff here. Um, but, they say we live in a mostly democratic planet, so yes, Vivek, it's right about affordability. India is still one of the cheapest on the planet. It is and remains so. But, just like all around the world, Vivek, because of Ukraine and this and blah, 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 basic items have got very expensive. Hi, Kamlesh. Nice to see your message. And I look handsome today. Thank you, Kamlesh. When I was a young man, oh, Kamlesh, listen to this. I can tell you in non-specific terms, and thanks for appreciating and respecting my okay. When I was a young man, Kamalesh, when I used to walk down the street with my beautiful dark hair, strong body, open smile, some girls used to look at me. They used to look at me, and they used to look at me up and down like that, Kamlesh. What do you think about that? Thanks for staying. Please stay, Kamlesh, and help the the channel to grow more quickly. Yeah. That's what I am focusing on. Watch hours, Ashok. Why do you think, especially in the last 3 months, I've been coming on air 6 nights a week for about 5 hours a night in total? Why do you think I'm here? Because I want to get some sort of reward for the hard work and hours I put into it. But that's not the last word. The last word is that just the enjoyment of our small, warm, interactive family 6 nights a week, sharing their ideas and giving each other support also when needed. Music for you. Namaste. Good evening. How are you? Sam Bihari is saying yes. Leaders have to work together. Faiths and religion. How much hard work must we do? How much hard work? Gloria still is saying, Kathy, heaven? Kathy, heaven. Ah, Gloria Stella, I'm confused. Lone survivor, perhaps, is Rahul, is it? Can you clear me up on that? Gloria Stella, you may be having a problem with your screen there, your net, I don't know. Plenty of texts tonight. I'm doing my best. Nice messages here from Gloria Stella referring to some old songs and things like that. Gloria Stella, Reuben, R-U-B-I-N. Reuben is a wandering soul. Hasn't come tonight, but will come probably. Kathy, I'm coming back to complete my replies. Don't mind. Vivek, David, very smart man, very beautiful. David, a very smart man and a very beautiful woman have difficult marriages because of their beauty. Was that a part of the reason for you not marrying? Don't mind. No, Vivek, that's all right. I'm going to cut you forever after that comment. I'm cutting you right now. Where's the delete forever button? Here it is. Vivek, I've explained many times, and this is the truth. Most of what I say is the truth. Kabhi kabhi aapko bakwas bol sakta, lekin kom. Vivek, please listen closely. Put your mind at rest. When I was 8, 9, and 10 years of age, I was drawing maps of the world, maps of different countries, putting them up on the wall, saying one day I'll go to Mongolia, one day I'll go to Sri Lanka, one day I'll go to, what's it called? Uttar Pradesh? Where I'll go to these places. And I'll see that capital city with the great support of a lovely uncle of whom I am more or less a mirror image of my uncle Harold, not Hari, Uncle Harry. And he put me on and even Uncle Harry 60 years ago used to tell me, Vivek, the world's population is already huge. Some people are breeding like rabbits, David. And I used to hear, some people are breeding like rabbits, David. And the words mixed together. No, seriously, David, some people are breeding like rabbits and they will continue to breed like rabbits. You will see later, David, in your old age, how big the population of the world is. And he was right. And he said, David, you can be generous, you can give, but mostly, David, you be concerned with what you need in this life, what you really need. You look at those things, David, and if you're clever, don't have too many comings and goings and entanglements with other people. Think mostly about your own life. Now, I'm looking now because Kathy, are you still here? Kathy from California. Kathy, are you still here, please? Hi, Explore the Himalayas. Thanks for coming back second time. And explore the Himalayas if you like. Can you reveal your real name to me so I can talk to you on a more personal level? But it's your choice, Explore, your choice. Kathy Anderson, are you still there? I know I gave you a very, very heavy duty answer about your precious Christianity, and it is precious. But we do talk directly to each other on this program, Kathy. We talk very, very directly, and some people don't like it, but I see Pat from Australia, my lovely old friend, or she's not so old. Her contribution to my viewing hours are, on the channel a list of your streams from latest to what. That's right. You click one at a time and on high speed, then do something. Well, this is a new development. That's nice, Pat. That's nice. This is contributing. Yes, yes, yes. Hi, Colonial Lady. Now, please, everybody look at the last messages. Colonial Lady is Sandra from Ireland. Ireland. Sandra, clear this up. You're from independent Ireland, aren't you? The Republic of Ireland, Éire, Southern Ireland. Please clear that up. Now, some of you may like to say hello to Sandra. She calls herself Colonial Lady because when she was young, they left Europe for some years and her parents worked in South America, north of Brazil, the country previously known as British Guyana, now called Guyana, independent, thankfully. Oh, that's very nice, Colonial. Sandra, one of our viewers said earlier tonight, or was it yesterday? One of our viewers said, Colonial Lady likes you, David. She likes you. It's a sort of like a very safe, long distance relationship. Hey, Pat, does that sound familiar? Pat in Queensland, long distance relationship, very safe, very safe. And long distance. No, I do know what commitment is. I do. When I was younger. Yeah, I'm not afraid of commitments. That's very nice, Cassandra. You're showing some nice affection for me. I'm going a little bit red here. And I like you also. I like you also. But long distance situation, yeah? All right, look, I'll come next week. I've got to get a visa to go back to Britain. That's the only thing. I was born there, but I've got to get a visa to visit the country. I'll take over Charlie's job and you can be my queen. Hey, how's that? All right, just send me your address, phone number. You'll have to drag me away from these Himalayas, Sandra. Drag me away forcefully. Only a helicopter could do that. Yeah, music for you. They're a beautiful, yeah, long distance. Now, tonight's quite an interesting, I'm scratching my beard again when I'm happy. You know, when I'm happy, I scratch my beard right there. So, Lord David, I can be your Lord, Colonial, and you can be my Queen. LDR, LDR, long distance relationship. Now I'm getting lost here. I'm getting lost here. Or, Sandra, another person in my life knows this expression very, very well. Wait for it. LDL, LDL, long distance lover. Now, look, I must go back on these messages, make sure I didn't miss any messages. All right. Katubajgina. Wow, it's nearly 8 o'clock. Whew. Kathy has completely left. Kathy has completely left. We have very serious differences of opinion, Kathy Anderson from California, and I did express on myself on a very, very sore point of hers. And if you go back, you can listen to the conversation, okay? I won't repeat it. I hope Kathy comes back. Now, now, I'm just going back on the messages, making sure I didn't. Are you still there, Kamalesh? Still there? Looking at my handsome face, are you? Oh, don't think too deeply on it, okay? Now. My feeling at the moment, I'm going to have a half night off tonight, so please stay with me one more hour, okay? And then I'll have the rest of the night off. I definitely want to catch up some soccer, football match highlights from the World Cup, you know. Nothing's going to stop me doing that tonight. Um, he does come occasionally for a few minutes. Bihari, what's his name? Um, oh, he's studying at the moment. Himanshu Nankad, that's right. Yeah. I explore the Himalayas. I see. Thanks, Ashwin. Thanks for giving me your name. That's nice because now I can talk to you on a more personal level, you know. And I do appreciate you coming the first time, I think last night, wasn't it? I can see you've got a very, very interesting mind, Ashwin, and please come again when you can, yeah? Explore Himalayas. Ashwin. Good. Post-colonial. I like post-colonial. I like post-colonial. Yeah. Pinakeshwar. Hi, Pinakeshwar. That's the super top of our Korsani town here. Pinakeshwar, you don't tell much about your background, do you? Namaste, Pinakeshwar. Aap kaise ho? Sab theek thak hai? Shabash. You never say anything about your background, your residence, your home, and you'll never reveal your real name, will you? Even if I ask you 100 times, you know? Oh, now, Bihari. Um, Bihari Sam is saying, David, I haven't seen Rosie Burgundy on live stream for a long time. Now, it must be about a week or something. What happened? Do you know anything about it? Rosie and I, of course, her real name's Aradhana, excuse my pronunciation. She told me a few days ago, about 4 days ago, she was having a good rest, having a rest from live streaming. So I think she was feeling the long hours, and she said that was the only chance she had in the whole day to live stream from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. every night. And I think it was just making her too tired. And she said she's having a long rest. I said, Aradana, when do you think you might come back? And she says, oh, at the moment, David, I don't know. That was about 5 days ago we spoke. It takes a lot of energy and motivation to keep going for a long time. I know. But the main reason I do this live stream, the main reason is we've got a nice little medium-sized family here. A number of people come regularly to our live stream and we support each other. We talk about many interesting subjects. Many people have left forever. Some new people are still coming, but I think it's just sort of like a nice, warm, sort of online family feeling. Do you know what I mean? Oh. Gloria Stella says, how can an Indian be called Sam? Something fishy. No, 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 don't be like that, Stella. Yeah, you're digging into something which is not there. You're digging into something which is not there. And Bihari won't mind me telling you that. Bihari, Gloria Stella told me that. His real name is Somanath. Somanath, yeah? So Sam is pretty close. No, Glorious. I hear again, Sam, another gender comment here. No, I don't think that Somnath is a girl. I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, you're not studying Bihari. My misunderstanding, sorry. That's right, explore the Himalayas. Life is sometimes too short, or what that really means is we don't always have enough time at the time to fully, we have to have direct conversation. We have to. We have to. Time is precious. And sometimes, Ashwin, we can explore some very, very interesting topics. We can learn some new things. I've learnt many things on these live streams just by being direct. There are some subjects which definitely need the direct approach these days, aren't there? Bhaskar Kandapal. Namaskar, Bhaskar. Nice to see your name again. Aap kaise ho? Sab theek thak hai? Shabash, shabash, namaste. Aur kya hal hai? Sab theek thak hai? I, I'm not a supporter of the royal family in Britain. I'm not the supporter of any royal family. The royal families all around the world have lived the high life, the very, very high life for thousands of years. And uh, no, I'm just a common family basket, just a common family. King of the United Kingdom, too much responsibility, too much, too much. Too much responsibility, Bhaskar, too much media attention. The royal family in Britain does not have a very nice history. They're not all bad people, but they don't have a nice history, and they've also been cut up in a very, very bloody way for decades by the media. I wouldn't like to be King of England. No, Bihari, please don't join please don't join the comments about the King of England, please. Please, cut, git, hey, quank, quank, quank. Explore the Himalayas. Most of the Himalaya I have not seen, Ashwin from Kolkata. Most of the Himalayas I have not seen. I never tried to see the whole Himalaya. I've always stayed long, long periods in places where I love most. And in this case, that's Uttarakhand. I know there are many, many other Uttarakhunds also in the Himalayas. There is no one, there is no one super special place in the Himalayas. Um, and that's how I travel, like as a traveler, Ashwin, as a traveler and not like a tourist. I know a little of Nepal quite well. I know Kathmandu quite well. And I know very, very well repeated long stays in a lovely hill resort in Nepal called Daman, Nepal, south of Kathmandu, Daman, Nepal, which has, on a clear day from the top, one of the top 10 mountain panoramas on the planet. I've lived there many times. I'll be returning there in 2 weeks for 5 months because of Indian visa reasons. All right, Pat, thanks for staying for so long tonight, Pat. That was great. I hope you enjoyed it. And by and large, I think tonight's live stream was more light-hearted, yeah? And I don't know if Kathy Anderson will ever come back. We have very different views. I hope I'm wide open to any sort of talking to me and criticisms, anything like that. But some people aren't, but that's their problem. All right, Pat, have a nice sleep. And I'm here on this live stream until 9 o'clock, and I'm going to have a very nice rest. Probably also, Pat, tomorrow night, Friday night, I'll do the same, just stream till 9 o'clock, then have the rest of the night off, Oh. Well, it's gone a little bit quiet. Now, 8 o'clock. Let's stay another hour together, okay? Yeah, explore. I see a village called Hickim, not Sikkim, but Hickim village, 14,000 feet high. Wow, that must be great relief in summertime and bitter cold in the winter. Even if it's not a very cold winter, it'd be bitterly cold, wouldn't it? Ashwin, this place in the Spiti Valley called Hickim, you live with the villagers, the best way. Well, thanks, Kathy. Thanks for coming back. And I think you just came back quickly. Yeah, you're busy. That's all right. And please come again and let's have some more interesting talks. Okay? Thanks, Kathy. That's very nice. Thanks for staying with me or staying with us. Right. God bless you. God bless you. Well. Ashwin, do people live up at 14,000 feet in Hikkim in the Spiti Valley? Do they live up there all year round? And is there a sealed motor road going up there? Do they eat ragi ki roti there? Oh, well, if he's Bihari, he probably enjoys a good smoke of weed, yeah. Oh, thanks, Kathy. I'm having a half night off tonight. I'm only here for another 50 minutes till 9 p.m. local time, and I'm having a half night. I'll be here again tomorrow night, Kathy, at the same time. The same time. All right? From 6 to 9 local time. Thanks, Kathy. I love you. I see you went to the Bangalore Museum yesterday. Very nice, Bihari. Did you make a video about it? Wow, that's interesting. Ashwin explored the Himalayas. Ashwin's from Kolkata. How's Dee Dee going these days? Is she still alive? She must be in deep shock, is she, Ashwin? Is Dee Dee in deep shock? Is she in deep depression? She's thinking about what she's done or what she hasn't done in that state in the last number of years. She's especially thinking now what she hasn't done. She's looking in the mirror, isn't she? Hi, Mahendra Thakur. Namaste, Mahendra. We're getting plenty of viewers tonight. Hi, Ben. Thanks very much. You were driving. No, I understand that. The second installment, Ben, was pretty well non-existent. We had a big internet problem, you know. And also, Ben, you should know that tonight, excuse me, I'm talking in local time. Tonight and tomorrow night, I'm having a half night off. So I'm here till 9 p.m. I mean, another 50 minutes. Yeah, I'm here another 45 minutes till 9 p.m. And the same tomorrow night also, Ben, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., then another half a night off. Mahendra Thakur says, David, you look like Jesus Christ and Prince Charles. Wow, that's nice. Yeah, they didn't have mobile phones in there. Look at my hair. I need a haircut on there. I'm sure Prince Charles goes to the barber every month. Look at that. Can you see that sticking out? Hey, you still that stick? Jesus Christ. Wow, that's very nice. That's why people show me so much respect when I'm walking in the marketplace, Mahendra. I never realised that. Because I look like Prince Charles and JC, that's why they show me so much respect. I almost never get abuse in my face. Not in my face, anyhow. Thanks for that, Mahendra. Oh, thanks, Explore the Himalayas, Ashwin. Look, now at my age, I spend most of my time at home now. I'm most comfortable now. I've spent a lot of my lifetime. Yeah, I've spent about 55% of my lifetime traveling outside of my home countries. So now in my old age, I'm a confirmed traveller now, not really a tourist anymore. And since many years, I just don't go to new places now. I'm most happy, most relaxed and settled in my home. So in the Himalayas, I've got 4 homes where I've lived off and on for many years. 3 homes here in Uttarakhand and 1 in Nepal. The other 2 places are in Malidanpur in Upper Bageshwar district. Upper Bageshwar district here in Uttarakhand, Ashwin. Stay at home as much as I can, put my feet up, and I just don't have any urgency now to go and tour and look at new places. No urgency at all. Hi, Harish. Harish. Wow, wow, wow. No, Mahendra, I know. No, it is very true. Many people over my lifetime have said, you know, David, don't mind, but you look like JC. You really do look like JC. JC, JC, JC. And, but believe me, I'm not here on a mission, okay? I'm definitely not here on a mission. And this is DAW, David Alexander Whitstock. David Alexander Whitstock, not to be confused with JC or Prince Charles III. Prince Charles III or King Charles III? Thanks, Mahendra. That's very nice. That's beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, now, Ben, let's get back on the subject. Ben, yeah, so Ben, because of Indian visa reasons, so I can continue to live in India continuously for 1 year over 2 consecutive calendar years. And then very, very shortly, I'm leaving India, mostly for Nepal, for 1 year continuously, and then in the early July 2027, continuously outside of India. I can then come back in early July 2027 for another year, continuous stay. Although with the world's current situation, honestly, Ben, not just because of my age, but I definitely don't make too many long range plans these days. No, it's nice, Ben. We could link you up with, when you're on here, we can link you up with a few people who've got deep, deep knowledge of life and everything. You know, at the moment, well, Ben, you know Bihari Bhai's name. We call him Sam here in India, Bihari Bhai. You know his name well. Uh, at the moment, there is nobody on the screen, Ben, who you might be interested to talk to on those favourite subjects, you know what I mean? Sikandar, yeah, not David Sikandar the Great, Sikandar the Great, yes, yeah. Hey Bihari, you know Hindi and Urdu much better than I do, Sanskrit maybe a little. How does the name Sikandar translate into your languages? Because I think Sikandar is my name, Alexander, yeah? Perhaps in Sanskrit, Alexandra, Alexandra. How does Sikandar translate into your languages? What does it mean in English? Oh, it's nice tonight. Very nice. Since at least 1 hour we've had no internet problems. Oh, Kakatia, thanks for coming back, Kaka. All right. Okay, let's try a new one, okay? Um, Namaste, Kakua, the crow person. The crow person. Crow man or crow woman? Please remind me, I'm sorry. Oh, Sikanda means warrior, does it, Harish? Is it Hindi, Urdu? It feels to me like sort of Urdu, but I'm not sure. It means warrior. I had an idea, Harish, that Sikanda means good luck or something. All right, Kakua. Kakua, my knowledge of Pahari songs is rather limited. I see, Kakua, you're a girl, 24 years old. That's lovely. Wow, wow, wow. I see. I'll write that down in my notebook so I can remember that. It's good also as a young female you don't reveal your name. That's wise. Crow girl, that's right. It's an Urdu word, that's right. Urdu has a strong Arabic background, doesn't it? Yeah, that's right. All right. It came from the Greek word Alexandros. That's interesting. Are you 100% sure? I do study etymology. Yeah, that song's coming, Crow Girl, it's coming. Are you sure it comes from Greek? Are you sure? I would have some doubts on that. Do you, at this time, right now, Harish, do you have access to an Urdu etymology source? I know about English etymology sources. The best etymology source on the planet is Etym online, E-T-Y-M online. For English, it can't be beaten. I tell you why I'm doubtful. I tell you why I'm doubtful, Harish, that Sikanda means warrior. Why I'm doubtful, with all due respect, because I thought Sikanda meant something like good luck or something. Because if you say that Sikanda comes from the Greek word Alexandros, I'm doubtful about that because I looked at my name and I believe that Alexander means in Greek protector of mankind. I'm going on memory. I'm not a young Muruga anymore, right? I think in Greek, Alexandros, andros means man, mankind, andros, right? Andros, anthropology. Andros means mankind. Alex means, I think, protector. I think Alexander or Alexandros means protector of mankind. No, Kakua, I wasn't sure if you were male or female. That's why I asked you directly. In my knowledge, in my memory, you never revealed to me if you were a boy or a girl, right? That's why I asked you. Then I can get more fine tuning on the personal sort of communication. You know what I mean? Ben Edward. I'm coming now, Crow Girl. It's coming in the song, right? Ben Edward. Who is that one great man who has really attracted people with thoughts and ideas? Oh, there are several, Ben. There are several. Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Jesus Christ, Muhammad, Gautam Buddha. Oof, oof. Bob Dylan. There is no one great man. There are a number. If you can keep it short to a short list of 25. A short list. All right, Kroger, listen to this. I don't know too many songs, but Me Janu Kailasa Me Brahmachari Chun. Me Janu Kailasa Me Brahmachari Chun. Chorde Mero Hata Abba Me Katuhun Jun. Me Janu Kailasa Me Nani Nani Chun. Nan Eka Huna, Dwi Huno, Tin Char Panch Huno, Pejele Huno, Nantina, Eka Huna, Dwi Huno, Char Panch Huno, Pejele Huno, Yo, Shiaweki Bariata Abba Mekato Hunjun. Yo, Shiaweki Poltana Abba Mekata Hunjun. Firfar. Me Janu Kailasa me Brahmachari Chum. Me Janu Kailasa me Nani Nani Chum. Chorde me Rohata Abba me Katahun Jum. Me Janu Kailasa me Nani Nani Chum. Hey hey. Nani Nani Chum. Hey hey. Nani Nani Chum. Brahmachari Chum. Hey hey. Brahmachari Chum. Furthermore, Harish, I suspect that, in short, I'm very interested in languages, especially etymology, and I'm very interested in what's behind the Sanskrit language because there is a very great lot behind the Sanskrit language. And don't believe that Sanskrit, I'm just resting my eyes here. Don't you believe anybody that Sanskrit was the original language of all languages on the planet. It's not true and it's totally impossible. If you can study on YouTube and Google on reliable sources from the top language experts, the history behind Sanskrit, and that basically Sanskrit came 50% from the old Sumerian language, Sumeria, Mesopotamia, and the other 50 outside India. And that is called the old Indo-European language. In your case, in Korean branch of the old Indo-European languages, which was spoken over thousands of years ago, was spoken over much of Europe and Asia, but not East Asia. That's an old language, very old, different family. So, Horace, in short, I would suspect that um, called Proto-Indo-European language, right? Some people also call it Old Aryan language. That's true more in South Asia. Iranian language, Parsi, Sanskrit, Hindi. Now we're getting some more messages here. Hi there, Aditya. Nice to see you again. Namaste. Aap kaise ho? Sab theek thak hai? Yes, Bihari, anthropometric. Metric obviously means measuring, and anthropo means almost certainly dealing in about mankind, you know? I'm reading the messages down at this night I sleep. That's my habit since many years. It's enough for me. But in the evening, I do start to get tired. Continuously spoken, continuously spoken language on the planet is originated in the same area. You can say the Arabian Peninsula. Stuff originated from, everybody knows that Sumeria was one of the very, very oldest civilizations. Eyes open mind about it. Now. Oh, that's nice, Harish. Your name Harish means rude in English and happiness in Hindi. Thanks, Kakuri. You're impressed about my memory. Yeah, it's not bad, you know, it's not bad. My memory's not bad. Na dum na rum, na dum na rum, in my old age. Uh, um, but I tell you honestly, at 76, I do have problems now to remember new acquaintances' names. New acquaintances' names. I used to remember people's names, their spouse's name, brothers and sisters, Birao, Kukur, Gorum, Bensky Nam. I remember the dogs and cats' names, grandfather's names. But no, now I don't have the brain cells to absorb and remember everybody's, all new acquaintances that I meet, you know? When I was younger, Crow Girl, that's easy to say, Crow Girl. When I was younger, very young, at that time, the world had about 96 independent countries. And I could remember the capitals of 92 of those countries. There were one or two countries in Africa, obscure countries. I could never remember the names of the capitals. And one or two Central Asian countries, I just couldn't remember their capital cities either. Now, now, does anybody else have access? Horace, with due respect, can you access at this time during this live stream and give me an answer? Can you look directly on Google or YouTube or a specific app on Urdu language which tells you in English the meaning of the name Sikandar? I've got this idea that it means good luck or something like that. I would like to. Colonial lady Sandra, I'm looking at older messages now, wants me to dress up as a British style outfit. Oh, that would cost me a lot of money and time. I see, Sam, the Bangalore museum's full of medieval swords. Wow, wow, wow. Ben, are you still with us? I was just talking about wanderlust. Yeah, wanderlust, as you probably know, is originally a German word, came into English. The lust or desire to wander. Wanderlust. Thanks, Ashwin from Kolkata, about suggesting Gormuk, but my travelling days are now very, very over now. I just spend long periods at home and I love it, you know. Oh, we better do a charge on the phone. Oh, just a minute, huh? Haha, beautiful. Good. Now I'm looking at some news now, okay? Uh, oh, thanks, Sonatan Explainer. I I think a couple of days ago I did reply to your brother, Samartha. Yes, I think I did reply. And I think I'm right up to date. I'll have another look about my videos. Oh, thanks, Harish. Look, I'll have to accept what you say. I'll have to accept what you say. On the Urdu language meaning, Urdu language of Sikandar. Yeah, an archetypal symbol of a conqueror, brave warrior, successful leader. That's right. Yeah, in this part of the world. Yeah, yeah. Sing, O people of my village. I don't know that. Sanatan Explainer says, what's historiography? Historiography. Well, ography usually writing, doesn't it? A writing. Historiography probably means a writing of history itself. I'm fine, Aditya. How are you keeping? All right? Harish. David, you know what they say about brahmachari people these days, about celibates. When the romantic wind blows, there is no escaping that. Yeah, that's true in some cases. Yeah, that's true in some cases. Harish said, I saw some nasty, bad-looking dude going after a young, beautiful girl. I miss days when people had self-realization if they were out of the league of that person. Yeah, well, there's an aspect too of a young person and increased raised testosterone levels, isn't there, Harish? Which overcomes everything else. It's the prime mover. That's right, Sonatan. It's exactly common knowledge what you say to people who are interested on the subjects. Three ancestors of modern Indians: South Indian hunter-gatherers. No, not South Indian hunter-gatherers, South Asian hunter-gatherers. Oh, I'm confused here. Maybe my mistake. All right, South Indian hunter-gatherers. The first time I've seen that expression, explainer. Middle Asians or Southern Russians or Kazakhs, that's right. And Iranians, Aryans, that's right. Iran means land of Aryans, doesn't it? Hi there, Unlock Heaven. That is Satish from Berinag. Namaste to you, Satish. I'm fine, thanks. How are you? Are you fine? Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. And I'm fine, thanks. Generally tonight the internet's being kind to us. Satish, I'm downloading a good number of match highlights of the World Cup, 8 to 12 minutes long match highlights, which I'm slowly looking at. But because I'm going to save those, and during the monsoon season, when the monsoon season arrives, I'm going to look at them, Satish. Yeah, I'm keeping up daily on the results. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Rajat. Namaste, Rajat. Rajat, nice to see your name again, Rajat K. from Dania in Uttarakhand, Pithoragarh. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, wow. Rajat, nice to see you. I'm still here, inshallah, into my early part of the 8th month now of live streaming, Rajat. I'm feeling a little bit tired now and then, but it's turned into a lovely medium-sized family, Rajat. Many people have left and they didn't return, but new people are always coming, and a small core of our family still come and visit us regularly, Rajat. And uh, it's still growing slowly, slowly, but much less number of viewers now. How are you, Dania? Are you there at the moment working? Explore the Himalayas. David, who proved gravity? Well, you explain to us, give us a short story, Ashwin, about that. Aditya, you don't have to remember all the names. You can just check their social media. Yeah, that's quite right, Aditya. Yeah. I do have a book here. I update it now and then. And this especially concerns people who originally used a YouTube ID only. And then when they reveal their name, their actual real name to everybody, I do keep a record of that because where possible, Aditya, I like to talk to people on a personal level using their real name, you know? Hi, here comes Chund 800 AD again, a real expert on the Chand Rajput dynasty in Uttarakhand, a real expert. And if you need to know anything on the Chand dynasty in Uttarakhand, um, maybe you can contact Chand through social media, and he insists that there's a dynasty in Uttarakhand. Nice to see you again, Chand dynasty. And how are you? Are you keeping fine? Thanks, Harish. You've done some study. Thank you. Especially on etymology, my memory is still quite good. It's quite good because I have a real passion for etymology. Um, in fact, to tell you the truth, my biggest interest in languages is not actually speaking the language. This is why my Hindi speaking and Kumaoni and Nepali are far from perfect. My main aim in languages is actually not speaking the language well. It's more etymology, to tell you the truth. Yeah. That's nice, Harish. David, when Alexander conquered Persia, they adopted his name as Sikandar or Iskander. Iskander, that's right, which means victorious and extremely fortunate, extremely lucky. Thank you. Good, good, good. Pahadi, who were the Sumerians? Don't mind, you can spell it M-E-R. Don't get confused with the old Palestinians, the Samaritans, different story. Not the Samaritans, no, you didn't say that, you said Sumerians. They were one of the very, very oldest cultures and civilizations in Eurasia. Because, like I said, don't forget the very, very old Africans, where apparently, I think it's been proved genetically that original so-called wise man, so-called wise mankind, Homo sapiens, originated from Africa 2 or 3 lakh years ago or something like that. It's hard to believe, isn't it? I mean, look at my colour. Yeah. But Sumeria is now an and extinct language and culture. But Sam, the Sumerian language is still very much alive and well in a number of direct descendants. For example, Sanskrit and some European languages too, like Greek and Latin, and other languages. Now, Sam, Sumeria, the old Sumeria, occupies Iran and Iraq. The old Tamil capital, the old Tamil culture was in Sumeria. Southern Sumeria, the old Tamil capital called Susa. Susa was in southern Sumeria. They called their homeland Elam, Elam, E-L-A-M, Elam. Remember the LTTE in Sri Lanka? No longer existing. The Liberation Tamil Tigers of Elam. Yeah, well, they were simply remembering their ancestral roots, Chund. All right, Chund's promoting his passion here about the Chund rulers. Anybody who's interested in the Chund dynasty in Uttarakhand, which may be the very oldest dynasty in recent history, in the last few hundred years, there is a lot of history before that Chund, but not related to your dynasties, I think. If anybody's interested to ask Chund 800 AD, any questions on the Chund rulers, please ask him now, okay? That's interesting, Ashwin from Kolkata, explore the Himalayas. The world knows Newton, as we were all taught at school. He discovered gravity, but have you heard about Vaisheshika Sutras from the 2nd century BCE? You will find something incredible if you explore. Wow, that's interesting. Hi, Vivek. Oh, you had your meal. We're having a rather interesting live stream tonight, Vivek. We will be here until 9 p.m., Vivek. 9:15 p.m. Then I'm having a half night off tonight. And the same tomorrow, Vivek, if you would like to come back, please. Tomorrow again from 6 to 9:15. Then second half of the night off. So 2 half nights from live streaming, Thursday and Friday. Oh, that's nice, Harish. That's very nice. You're doing this sensibly, weight loss. Sensibly. Yes, yes, yes. I tell you what, in my experience, cut down on that plain rice. Cut down on that plain rice. Eat more grains, ragi, makai. Gehun, wheat, rice, millet. What's the English word? I forget. In Hindi, kuttu. Kuttu ki anaj, buckwheat in English. Got a triangular seed. Eat those grains. Much, much less plain white rice. Khichdi is good. Khichdi, I believe, can help weight loss also. Harish says, David, I lost 1.5 kilos in the last 5 days. This is interesting. I'm working to reduce from 78.5 to 75 kilos. Oh, that's easy. Sandwiches and pies taste good, but nothing tastes better than being lean. Nothing tastes better than being lean. That's beautiful. Lean, slim, not fat, not overweight. I feel more in my body. I feel more in my body. Nothing tastes better than being lean. Beautiful, beautiful language. Beautiful language, Harish. And pranayam also helps reduce weight. Vivek, do you know that? Pranayam also can help reduce weight. Mouth closed. Ah, easy to move around, I can believe. Yeah, millet, believe me. I'm now down to a very nice, from 75, I was 75 for many years, here and in Australia, Harish, but I eat millet every day. I go here and there looking for it, either in chapati or ready-made bakery biscuits, you know. I'm picking up my next big supply tomorrow, actually. Breakfast, millet biscuits, as much as you like. It gives beautiful stability to the blood sugar levels. It's excellent for diabetic patients, and it's good for me too. My breakfast every day, Harish, is as many biscuits as I like, millet biscuits, about 300 mils of pure village buttermilk, or good quality brand Bajari buttermilk also, millet biscuits. At night also millet biscuits with coffee in about 15 minutes. Breakfast, millet biscuits, buttermilk, and 3 bananas, as big as you like the bananas. In winter time, just put some masala on them, you know, ginger powder, black pepper, boom, boom. Harish, in fact, oh, well, I'm learning something new. During fasting, we can only have kuttu ka ata. I strongly suspect that kuttu, or buckwheat, it has a triangular seed, Harish. I know it very well. Don't get much here in in Uttarakhand, but you can get plenty of buckwheat, kuttu, in Nepal. That it's recommended during fasting. I can believe that. I suspect, Harish, that kuttu also has a strong stabilizing effect on the blood sugar, keeps the energy levels more stable. Vivek, what do you know about that? Chand, yes, I know you're very, very passionate about the Chand dynasty. I do sometimes hear the local people talking about the Chand dynasty. Yeah, Korsani, Garul, Katur, the old name. Well, that's interesting, Chund. Listen to this, everybody. Our super top, just a few kilometres above Korsani, called Pinakeshwar. Pinak means Dhanush. Yeah, everybody knows that. I know that. Chund is saying the Pinakeshwar temple, super top above Korsani, was built by the Baz Bahadur Chand dynasty in the 17th century. That is very interesting. I visited there, the super top. I stayed up there one night on my own, decades ago. That's interesting. Harish, what is Rokabza? Rokabza. Harish is saying he's on a steady, sensible diet at the moment to lose weight. Porridge or cornflakes in the morning, little rice with cooked pulses, and in the evening water and milk mixed with rokabsa. What's rokabsa? That's interesting. Ah, well, just excuse me 2 minutes. I'm just going to see a man about a dog, yeah? I'll be back in 2 minutes, okay? Let's stay another 15 or 20 minutes, huh? Oh, excuse me. Just to see a man about a dog. About a dog. Oh, now. Oh. Ah, ah, coming. That's interesting, Harish. Ro Rokobza. Is that ROC or ROO? Ruabza, concentrated herbal rose syrup. Is that does that contain a lot of vitamin C? And what is it specifically for weight loss program? Is it? Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Hmm. Hmm. Let's finish. Let's finish in 15, 20 minutes, yeah? If people are still coming to the stream, yeah? Right, I won't move the camera around too much now after this. Oh, you use it as a sweetener, so I'm sure it tastes really good. Yeah, millet is something I've used as much as possible since I was a young boy. My mother used to feed it to me. She used to say, "Come here, my little Davy, eat your millet porridge. And if you ask mummy, I can cook you some, you can call like millet halwa. I can cook you millet bread. I can cook you millet anything, David. You'll be big and strong and you'll always keep healthy. And she used to insist on that. And I never got tired of it, Horace, because she would cook it in different way. Porridge, bread, fried bread, you can call chapat, all those things she used to cook, you know. And the only thing is, because as you probably know, Horace, millet is um, very heating in its pure form. It's very heating. So if someone's down living on sea level in summertime, they wouldn't want to be eating a big millet meal in the middle of the day in the heat. But you could get away with it with a very early breakfast before about 8 in the morning, or have it with supper in the evening when you haven't got that heat from the sun, you know. So because of that, and what with climate change, I don't eat millet at all in the summertime. Even we're up here at 6,000 feet, the weather is warmer than it used to be. And so I strictly don't eat millet in the daytime, only in the morning before 9 o'clock, and in the evening after 8 or 9 o'clock, like that. All right then. Now there are very few messages coming through at the moment. Um, anybody who is watching this live stream regularly to improve their English, I hope you understand, I hope you enjoy my clear English accent, pronunciation, and please, if you are learning English through me, any time on these live streams, any problems you have with English, you can text me a message. I'll answer your question, okay? And if you're learning English and in your Northern Indian or Nepali language, you use Devanagari script in your language, that means Indo-Aryan language like Nepali, Hindi, Himalayan Pahadi language, Gujarati, Marathi, also using Devanagari, are they? Please look at my 16 teach English teaching videos on this channel. Just come onto my channel, scroll right down, and you'll see my 16 English teaching videos, which spoken in English, and on the screen, on the hard copy on the screen, you see in my Devanagari English system. I prepared myself. The system is old, but I just adapted it, and especially for English difficulties in spelling and pronunciation, it's very useful. Vivek, very sweet food should be very sweet food items should be avoided at night, as they call gaseous distension. Yeah. I can be a little bit picky. I can be a little bit clever with what I eat, because after each meal, Vivek, now gas X, I know it's back to front, gas X, you know very well, the brother of Live 52, brother of Jerry Ford, is the best herbal digestive on the planet. I rate it as good as Hajmola, and these tablets are coated, so you don't have the Hajmola churn taste, you know? Much underused in South Asia, Vivek, much underused. You know what they're used for, various stomach problems. But as you know, Vivek, if a person's got a serious gastric problem, like amoebias and giardia and stuff like that, this will give only minimum help. In those conditions, you need heavy duty, as you know, like metronidazole. Yeah. But this is the best, easily available digestive, equal to the best on the planet. 2 of these after a meal, you can have your sweet stuff at night, even with your milk. and it will control all the gas. Believe me, I've been using this for decades. I have 6 or 7 a day. Yeah, you can take up to 8 or 9 a day of these gas X tablets, Vivek, 8 or 9 a day in total. I have about 6 a day, and they take full control of my digestion. No discomfort in my stomach, and I just leave my digestion in the hands of these. I believe there's charcoal in these too. Yeah. Harish, I'm not sure. Oh, now we're talking about telepathy and all this. Somebody said, Harish said, David, you know a girl who channels Jesus. Do you believe in telepathy? Oh, my mind is wide open on telepathy, simply on the principle of thoughts, especially deep, powerful thoughts, which we send out into cyberspace, deep thoughts which we send out, especially if directed in the direction of where that person's living, Harish. Oh, my mind is wide open on it. Wide open, wide open. As far as a girl who channels Jesus Christ, this is probably very much, in her case, an objective and emotional construction. An objective and subjective emotional construction, which we must keep an open mind on also. Yeah. Yeah, Vivek, it's interesting what you say. Very sweet foods should be avoided at night. Gaseous distension. Well, Harish's mate, you have to look at Vivek at Harish's target. What is it? To lose weight. And he's losing weight. So if there's a bit of gas in there, it's just a secondary issue, you know. He's losing weight. Well, I explained my feelings on telepathy, Vivek. Yeah, I just explained them simply, you know. Harish talking about remote viewing, it just happens naturally. Yes, Vivek, that's a clever comment of yours. Very true, Vivek. Um, Psychiatry is treating the disease of religion. Psychiatry is treating the disease of religion. Of course, not everybody wants to hear that. No, they don't. But they should. They should hear. They should hear. Vivek, well done. Well done. Shabash. 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 Yeah, Vivek, I mean, man-made religions are one subject, aren't they? Man-made religions are one subject, but the bigger picture is spirituality. In my humble opinion, spirituality is where the great creative force, the great creative force, God, has no name. That's right. Oh, it's become such big business too now, hasn't it, Vivek? It's become such a big business, eh? And a controlling mechanism too sometimes, eh? Oh, oh, oh. All right, then please send your last messages now, and the rest of the night I'm having off, and I'll be back again tomorrow night between 6 and 9 also, and tomorrow night, Friday night, also just a half night for me. I'm enjoying these half nights. Hi there, Truly J. Hi, Truly J. Nice to see your name again. Indian greeting, namaste to you. Thanks for coming back. And how are you there? Fine. Where are you? Where are you living at the moment? Please, everybody, send your last messages now, and I'll be here again tomorrow night for local time, 6 to 9, okay? You're doing great? Oh, that's good, 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 good. Vivek, you are now in meditation mode. The telepathy signals are coming. Oh, look, I'm getting messages from all around the world. Vivek, telepathic messages from my favorite Mongolia, Ulaanbaatar. Ulaanbaatar. There's one telepathy message coming from one rice message, some rice merchant in Ulaanbaatar, capital of Mongolia. One car dealer in New York sending me. Keep open mind on that. Have to keep an open mind on telepathy. There are so many things that humans don't understand, aren't there? Now, yeah, Horace just sent a nice message to Vivek about motivation and visualizing your target. Horace, that's right. Visualizing your target. No, I do remember your name, Truly Jay. It's a little bit of an unusual name. Truly Jay, I used to write every new viewer's name, and I would ask them where they lived. But I stopped doing that months ago because the list was getting too long. In those days, I was getting many more viewers. The list was getting too long, taking too long to access the information. So I don't do that. But I do have 2 pages, Jay, of people who have consented to tell me their real name as well as their YouTube name. No, I do remember your name. Thanks, Jay. The essence of this is, and this is why I take my time to answer every text. I believe talking directly, individually to everybody who are individual human beings, just like I am. And when people recognize me, I like it. Yeah, I do like it. I feel good. And I try, Jay, to answer everybody's messages personally. This is why sometimes people do consent to telling me their real name, you know? Sometimes where applicable, depending on what I need, I'll write down their hometown, but not often, you know? Vivek, yes, you can definitely contact me on my WhatsApp number. You can contact me on my WhatsApp number. I can exchange that with you. That's another number. That's my second number, right? The number I gave you, Vivek, is my geo server number, which I can only use when I'm in India, obviously, yeah. So I'll have a new number. You can, 99, but yeah, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number. Just send me a message, Vivek, through that other medium, and I'll let you know immediately. Thanks, Jay. No, people do comment. Wow, David, that's amazing. You often remember where people come from and things like that, because the essence of this live streaming, Jay, is not to reach the required number of subscribers, and not to reach the magic 4,000 live stream. Now there is much more to it, and we have a nice small to medium sized family, 6 nights a week here. We discuss some very interesting things at times. We exchange knowledge. We exchange from all sides knowledge also, you know. We clear up misunderstandings. Hi, Michael, how are you? Now, you lovely people, please understand we're right at the end of a 3.5 hour live stream, and tonight we're going to cut this now in about 5 or 7 minutes. I'm just in the need for some supper now, so and I'm having a half night off tonight. I'll be here tomorrow night also until this time, starting from 3 hours previously, right? So tonight and tomorrow night are half nights. Now, Jay, I just my energies are going down right now. Please come back very soon, and I'll send me this message again. How would I describe India in one word? How would I describe India in one line, or maybe in 1,000 lines? My experiences. I don't want to rush my answers, so please come back again very soon, and I'll answer that fully. Okay? Okay, Harish. Time for the Last Supper. Yeah, put a capital L on that also. The Last Supper. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hi, Rakshit, you're back home. That's nice. God, that's excellent, Jay. Thanks for that. You understand. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. All right. Any last messages in the next 2 minutes quickly, please? Hi, Tarko. Well, what I'm going to do now. You heard that. Good, good, good. Thanks, Tarko. Thanks for your nice compliments, Jay. That's great. Yeah, Vivek, I'll give you that WhatsApp number, and all you have to do is just the ISD code is 977 977 or oh 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 oh. Oh, look, I'm not sure, but no, no. If you when you call me on my WhatsApp number, Vivek, then I think you just preceded with the Indian ISD code, as you know, is 91. Yeah. Raksheet, again, very, very briefly. I'm having a half night off tonight, so I'm finishing now in about 1.5 minutes, and I'll be back again tomorrow night, 6 to 9, 6 to 9:15. And I'm thinking, Raksheet, until the 28th, just after the 28th, I'm going to Nepal. Until the 28th, I think I'll just do half nights now, just like tonight. I'll do half nights, 6 to 9:30, okay? And from about the 2nd of July in Dharma, Nepal, I hope to be set up there through Wi-Fi to continue. Okay, all right. Okay, thanks to everybody, you lovely people. Thanks supporting this very small and almost unknown live stream on YouTube, Mountain David, and see you tomorrow night. Okay, all right. Namaste. Thank you.